Hello, I'm Dr. Camila López, a certified physician with more than 15 years of experience, helping men over 50 regain their vitality and well being. I have seen hundreds of cases where the solution was closer than they imagined. And today I want to share with you something that can completely change your daily energy and the quality of your rest. What if I told you that while many men spend hundreds of dollars on expensive supplements and complicated treatments, there's a specific vitamin that, when taken at night, can transform your energy, your sleep, and your masculine performance? And if that solution is more accessible and natural than you think, let me tell you something very important before we continue. If you're over 50 and feel like your energy isn't what it used to be, that you wake up tired even after sleeping, or that your overall performance has declined, I want you to know something fundamental. You're not alone. Millions of men around the world are experiencing exactly the same thing as you right now. And most suffer in silence because they feel ashamed or believe it's simply part of aging and there's nothing to be done about it. The reality is very different. This problem you're facing isn't your fault. It's not because you don't take care of yourself enough or because you're weak. It's a natural biological process that happens to practically all men after 50, but one that very few doctors explain correctly. For years, the pharmaceutical industry has made us believe that the only solutions are expensive pills, complicated treatments, or simply resigning ourselves. But there's another way, a more natural and accessible one that I am going to reveal to you today. Now, before I tell you what this nighttime vitamin is, I need you to do something for me. I need to know if this video is reaching the right people. So respond in the comments. How old are you? Just write your age. Right. This helps me better understand my community and create more specific content for you. Come on, take 5 seconds and write your age in the comments right now. Great. Now, let me ask you something else. Do you feel like your energy during the day isn't the same as it was a few years ago? Write in the comments simply yes or no. I want to know how many of you are experiencing this. And here's another important question. Do you wake up frequently at night and find it hard to fall back asleep? Again, write yes or no in the comments. This data is very valuable because it allows me to understand how common this problem is among the men who follow me. Stay with me because what I'm going to explain to you in the next few minutes could be exactly what you've been looking for months or even years. But before revealing what this specific vitamin is, I need you to understand why it works and how your body needs it, especially after 50. Now, let me ask you one more question. Do you have any idea what this nighttime vitamin might be? Pause the video for a moment and write in the comments what you think it is. Don't worry if you don't know. Most people don't until I explain it to them, but I want to see if anyone can guess it. Write your answer now before I tell you what it is. Let me ask you something more personal. Have you noticed that your desire or masculine performance has decreased in recent years? You don't have to answer this publicly if you don't want to, but think about it honestly. It's important because this vitamin directly affects this aspect of your life too. And I'm going to explain exactly how and why. Look, I want you to understand something fundamental about your body after 50. Imagine your body is like a car engine. For decades, that engine has run perfectly with a certain type of fuel and maintenance. But over time, that engine needs different adjustments. It's not that the engine is broken, it just needs a different kind of support to keep running at its peak performance. What's happening in your body after 50 is similar. There are natural hormonal changes that occur. Your testosterone levels start to decline gradually, about 1 to 2% each year after 30. By the time you reach 50, that accumulated decline is significant. But that's not all. Your body also produces less of certain substances that are essential for cellular energy, hormone production, and sleep quality. This is where things get interesting. Sleep and energy are directly connected to your hormonal health. When you don't sleep well, your body can't produce the necessary hormones during the night. And when your hormones are imbalanced, you can't sleep well. It's a vicious cycle that affects your energy, your mood, your libido, and your overall performance. Think of it like a house with electrical wiring. If the wires aren't working properly, the lights flicker. Some appliances don't work well, and the whole house suffers the consequences. Your body works in a similar way. If there's an imbalance in one area, everything else is affected. Now, there's something very specific that happens at night while you sleep. It's during deep sleep that your body does most of its repair and regeneration work. That's when the most important hormones for your masculine health are produced. That's when your brain clears out toxins accumulated during the day. That's when your muscles repair and your immune system strengthens. But for all this to happen properly, your body needs certain specific nutrients. And here's the problem. After 50, your body has more difficulty absorbing and using these nutrients, even if you're consuming them in your regular diet. Blood flow also plays a fundamental role. Imagine the arteries and veins in your body are like the water pipes in a house. Over time, those pipes can accumulate deposits, lose flexibility, and the water flow isn't as strong as before. The same happens with your blood vessels, and this directly affects your energy, your ability to concentrate, and yes, your masculine performance too. Chronic stress is another huge factor. When you're constantly stressed, your body produces cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol is useful in short-term emergency situations, but when it stays elevated for a long time, it directly interferes with the production of testosterone and other important hormones. It's like having your foot on the accelerator and the brake at the same time. All of this creates a perfect storm where your energy decreases, your sleep is affected, your hormones are imbalanced, and you feel like a shadow of who you were a few years ago. But here's the good news. All right, the time has come to reveal what this nighttime vitamin is that can change all of this. The vitamin I'm talking about is vitamin D3. But wait, before you think you already knew or that it's something common, let me explain why vitamin D3, taken specifically at night, is so powerful for men over 50, and why the form and timing of taking it make all the difference. Vitamin D3 isn't just an ordinary vitamin. It actually functions more like a hormone in your body. It's absolutely essential for testosterone production. Multiple scientific studies have shown that men with optimal levels of vitamin D3 have significantly higher testosterone levels compared to those with a deficiency. But here's what's fascinating. Most men over 50 have a vitamin D3 deficiency without even knowing it. This happens for several reasons. First, your skin produces less vitamin D3 from the sun as you age. Second, you spend less time outdoors. Third, your ability to convert vitamin D3 into its active form decreases with age. And fourth, many men have abdominal overweight, and fat tissue absorbs vitamin D3, making it less available to the rest of the body. Now, this isn't a magic pill. You're not going to take vitamin D3 one night and wake up transformed. But what will happen is this. When you take vitamin D3 in the right dose and at the right time, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to start a cascade of beneficial processes. Let me explain the specific benefits you can expect when you optimize your vitamin D3 levels, especially by taking it at night. First, let's talk about your daily energy. Vitamin D3 plays a fundamental role in mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are like the power plants inside each of your cells. When your mitochondria work better, you have more real energy, not the artificial kind from caffeine or energy drinks, but sustained cellular energy that lasts all day. Men who optimize their vitamin D3 levels report feeling more awake in the morning, having less afternoon fatigue, and greater overall physical endurance. Second, your masculine performance. As I mentioned before, vitamin D3 is essential for testosterone production, but it also improves blood flow. Think about this. When your body has optimal levels of vitamin D3, your blood vessels work better, they're more flexible, and blood flow to all areas of your body improves. This includes the blood flow needed for optimal masculine performance. I'm not saying vitamin D3 is like a blue pill, but I am saying it improves the natural conditions your body needs to function properly. Third, your confidence and mood. There's a direct connection between vitamin D3 levels and mental health. Vitamin D3 affects the production of serotonin, the neurotransmitter related to well-being and happiness. Men with vitamin D3 deficiency have higher rates of depression, anxiety, and mood swings. When you optimize your levels, many men report feeling more positive, more motivated, and more self-confident. And when you feel better mentally, everything else in your life improves too, including your relationships, work, and personal life. Fourth, your long-term masculine health. Vitamin D3 has protective effects on the prostate, helps regulate cell growth, and has anti-inflammatory properties. It's also fundamental for bone health, something especially important for men over 50. Testosterone and vitamin D3 work together to maintain bone density and muscle mass. Without adequate levels of both, men lose muscle and gain fat more easily. Fifth, your immune system. Vitamin D3 is one of the most important nutrients for a strong immune system. It helps your body fight infections, reduces chronic inflammation, and improves your recovery capacity. This is especially important after 50, when your immune system naturally becomes less efficient. Now, let me explain why taking vitamin D3 at night can be particularly beneficial. During sleep, your body performs most of its repair and hormonal production processes. By taking vitamin D3 before bed, you're giving your body the support it needs during those critical hours of nighttime regeneration. Some studies also suggest that vitamin D3 can improve sleep quality in people with deficiency, helping you reach the deep sleep phases that are so important for hormone production and recovery. Let me give you a simple analogy. Imagine your body is like a garden. During the day, the garden is exposed to the sun, wind, and wear. At night is when the garden recovers, when the plants absorb nutrients from the soil, and when real growth happens. If that soil doesn't have the right nutrients, the garden won't thrive no matter how much sun it gets during the day. Vitamin D3 is like that essential nutrient in the soil of your bodily garden. So, how do you integrate this into your daily life without complicating things? It's simpler than you think. You don't need to change your entire lifestyle overnight. Let me give you some practical and realistic recommendations. First, the dose. Most men over 50 need between 2,000 and 5,000 international units of vitamin D3 per day. But ideally, get a blood test to measure your current vitamin D3 levels. An optimal level is between 40 and 60 ml. Many doctors will tell you 20 or 30 is enough, but for optimal masculine health, you want to be in the higher range. Second, the type of supplement. Not all vitamin D3s are the same. Look for one combined with vitamin K2. It helps direct calcium to your bones instead of your arteries, which is important when taking higher doses of D3. Also, make sure it's D3 specifically, not D2, because D3 is much more effective. Third, take it with fat. Vitamin D3 is fat soluble, meaning it absorbs better when taken with a meal containing healthy fats. It could be simply a handful of nuts, a bit of avocado, or your regular dinner if it includes proteins and healthy fats. Fourth, be consistent. Vitamin D3 builds up in your body over time. It doesn't work immediately like an aspirin for a headache. You need to take it every day for at least 6 to 8 weeks to start noticing the real benefits. Think of this as a medium and long-term investment in your health, not an instant solution. Now, vitamin D3 works best when combined with other healthy habits. You can't take a supplement and expect it to compensate for a terrible diet, lack of exercise, and poor sleep, but you don't need to be perfect either. Let me give you some simple combinations that enhance the effects of vitamin D3. First, moderate sun exposure. Although your skin produces less vitamin D3 with age, it's still beneficial to get 15 to 20 minutes of sun per day, without sunscreen on your arms and legs. This not only helps with vitamin D3, but also regulates your circadian rhythm for better sleep. Second, resistance exercise. Lifting weights or doing bodyweight exercises 2 or 3 times a week helps maintain muscle mass and stimulates testosterone production. You don't need to spend hours at the gym, 30 to 40 minutes is enough. Third, adequate protein. Many men over 50 don't eat enough protein. Your body needs about 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for optimal muscle maintenance and hormonal function. Fourth, stress management. This can be as simple as 10 minutes of deep breathing before bed, a quiet afternoon walk, or any activity you enjoy that relaxes you. Remember, high cortisol kills testosterone. Fifth, quality sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours per night. Keep your room dark, cool, and free of electronic devices. Vitamin D3 can help with sleep quality, but you also need to create the right environment. All right, we've reached the end of this video, and I want to leave you with something very clear. Vitamin D3 isn't a miracle cure. It's not a magic pill that's going to solve all your problems overnight, but it is a powerful and scientifically proven tool that can make a significant difference in your energy, sleep, masculine performance, and overall health. If you're over 50, now I need your participation. I want you to do something for me and for yourself. In the comments right now, write yes. If you're going to try optimizing your vitamin D3 levels in the coming weeks. Write no if you still have doubts or questions. And if you're already taking vitamin D3, tell me in the comments if you've noticed any changes in your energy or health. This information is valuable for our entire community. I also want to leave you with a small challenge. For the next 30 days, commit to taking vitamin D3 every night, along with at least 2 of the habits I mentioned. It could be exercise twice a week and better sleep, or more sun exposure and better stress management. Choose what's most realistic for you. But commit for 30 full days, and then come back to this video and tell me in the comments how you feel. If you found this video useful, if you learned something new, or if you think it can help another man going through the same thing as you, give me a like right now. This helps YouTube show this content to more people who really need it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the upcoming videos, where I'll continue sharing practical, science-based information to improve your masculine health after 50. Remember something fundamental: aging is inevitable, but how you age is largely under your control. You have the power to make decisions that improve your quality of life, your energy, your vitality, and your overall well-being. You don't have to resign yourself to feeling tired, lacking energy, or without performance. There are natural, accessible, and scientifically proven solutions that can help you.